So welcome to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad you are spending some of your time here with me on yet another video. So as you can see, we're in a different spot of my house. And this is very impromptu, but I wanted to, do a video. And while I have the time, sorry, and I have the motivation to want to do it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. This is going to be a video of me sharing 25 books that I picked from reading in 2025 that I enjoyed. And so I'm going to try to go through these kind of quickly, not linger too much, but I wanted to get this out to you before too far in the new year because I'm recording this and it's right at the end of December, but I'm pretty sure I am not going to put this out until January. So anyways, we're going to try to, like I said, go through these as quick as I can because it's 25 and 25 is a lot. Oh, and before I get started, please like, share, subscribe, do all the good things. And of course, I appreciate anybody that's returning, looking and enjoying my videos, and anybody that is new, welcome. So glad you decided to click on me and share a little of your time here with me. I do want to share quickly the book journals that I'm going to be using for 2026. The one that I wanted to use is sold out. It's by Little Inklings, and I loved it for last year, but I did not order it soon enough to get one was dated. The one they had that's dated 2026. They have some undated ones, but for I think it's like 48 or 50 bucks almost for that book journal. And I really, really loved it. And I'll show it. I have a picture of the 2025 one that I did have. I loved that one, but I am not wanting to spend that much and not get it to have the year on it. I don't want it undated. I want it to say 2026 on the front. I know that's nitpicky, but I think I can be nitpicky if I'm spending that kind of money. So anyways, I ordered a couple, and I have one more coming that I used last year because I ended up using two. So I do have one more from Amazon that I ordered because I did use that particular one. And I'll have it up here too, a picture of it so you can see it. I used one from Amazon last year as well. And so I'm just reordering from the same style. I think I did it in a different color. But anywho, this one was from Amazon, this first one, and it was really cheap. It was like $5. And it was from that Amazon haul channel. And this is it. So you can see it. Hopefully you can see it says reading journal. And it's really short and sweet. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. It has a little, cover pages on the front and back like that, but I like it because it has the rings. I like the ones that have the rings versus the other one. Now the other one that I'll show you, you'll see it doesn't have the rings, but I really, really enjoyed how it was set up. So I went ahead and bought another one, and it was reasonable. This one is okay. Like I said, it's not anything astronomical. It has plenty of book review space and stuff. Anyways, it'll do. I mean, it's for $5. You cannot beat it. And if they still have them, you might want to check them out. They're on Amazon haul. I also ordered this other one from Amazon. All of them came from Amazon. It's a Good Day to Read a Book, and it is very colorful. And I like it because it's colorful. This is the brand, if you can see that. But it is so cute. It has like, I don't know, I'm not going to do a real good showing here, but this is the book review pages. See how colorful that is? I think that is so pretty. So anyways, it has a bunch of book review pages in it, and it's just simple, but it's pretty, and I thought it was cute. So those are going to be my book journals that I'm going to use for 2026. Now, moving right along to what the video is mainly about, which is these 25 books that I felt like were 5-star reads for 2025. And hopefully you think so too, but everybody's got their own opinion. So anyhow, first one's up, One Summer in Savannah by Tara Shelton Harris. Loved. This is, I don't know what genre. This is like historical fiction almost, somewhat women's fiction. This book was great. I had no idea stepping into reading this book, and I read it with my family book club, that it was going to be this good, but it was, when I say 5 stars, I felt like it deserved all 5 stars. I enjoyed the book tremendously. Definitely recommend. The next one is The Nightingale. I read this at the first part of the year, and still, this is one of those books that made me cry. And it's not many books that I can say that will make me cry, but The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and that was my first read of Miss Kristen Hanna. It was chef's kiss, as they say, chef kiss. The next one was Restore Me by J.L. Seegers. Now, this is a book that is a series. That's the first book in the series, and then it goes into Revive Me. So Restore Me starts it off, and I've read Revive Me, and I can't remember if I've read the one after that, because it's part 1 and part. I think I have. I've read part 1 and part 2 of Revive Me. I haven't read part 3. But Restore Me was for me the 5 stars. It's a romance, but it kicked it off. It was just a very, very special type of situation with their relationship. It is heartfelt. It pulls at your heartstrings. The main female character is just going through a lot. She's went through a lot. It's an emotional read, but it's a good emotional read. And it's all the things. And I enjoyed this book tremendously. I definitely recommend it. She was traditionally published recently with this series. And so obviously a lot of people thought this book was one of those best seller type books. So definitely recommend. 5-star from me. If you have not read it, if you are a girly that likes romance, this one needs to be on your list. Next one is The Great Alone by Miss Kristen Hanna. I'm telling you, Kristen Hanna, man, she is something else. And I've read another of her books, but this one, The Great Alone, ate it up. 5 stars for sure. When I say historical fiction again, but man, this one is top tier. You want to read it. It's a good book. This is a good book. And then you don't even see it coming. That's how good it is. It's an emotional ride, and get the tissues out, because this is the one that's going to take you there. The next book I have on my list is The Air He Breathes by Miss Brittany Cherry. I think this was my very first read for Miss Brittany Cherry. And chapter 1, page 1, it pulls you in and it gets in your emotions. This was one of those types of books. I have not picked up the next book in the series, and these are in a series, but they're standalones. You can actually read them. They're not like intermingled. So I don't know why actually that I haven't picked up another one, but I tell you, I am going to be picking up the rest of the series. I have, I think, 1 or 2 of them already, and The Airy Breeze, it was phenomenal. Again, I don't want to keep saying the same things, but like I said, I'm going to make this short because there's so many books. But The Air He Breathes, it's a romance, but it's okay. This would not be my channel, right? And if I didn't run out of space when I'm trying to record. So let me make this a little bit quicker. just finished The Air He Breathes. The next one is Can't Get Enough by Miss Kennedy Ryan. Okay, I don't even have to say anything. This is 5 stars for me because it's Kennedy Ryan. It's the Skyland series. My very favorite one is the first one, Before I Let Go. That one, it's still top pick for me. That was like 8 stars for me. But because it's just such good writing and it's just phenomenal. I have to give all of them 5 stars because it's just a really, really good read. I don't care who you are. You're going to enjoy these. The next one is Devout by Miss Takara Allen. And I'm going to go ahead and say the next book that goes in that series is Too Devout. Those two are on my list. Devout and Too Devout, Miss Takara Allen. If you are a romance girly and have not picked up a Takara Allen book, this is another one on your radar. Consider this a notification. This is a romance read that has depth, that has emotion, that ties you in, that brings out all of the everything. Okay. That she writes very well. And I cannot imagine you reading those books and not enjoying it. Both 5 stars. The next one is Connected to You by India Carter. Okay. Romance book, but the way that she tied in, and this was actually more young adult type people that were in this story, but the way she tied in the story with so many things that were happening in their young lives, it was fun. She did a great job. I did not think that this was going to be a 5-star read for me, but it really, really was. She did a good job. Now, it does have spice. It's kind of heavy in the spice, but it's the way she did it, okay? And it just makes it a 5-star read for me. Anyways, going on, King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. We all know S.A. Cosby can write a crime fiction. He does it well. If you have not picked up an S.A. Cosby book and you like crime fiction type books, do yourself a favor. This is a 5-star read. It is excellent. And listen to it on audio. That is just chef's kiss. The next one is The Culmination of Everything by CCJ, Miss Christina C. Jones. This book was so good. I enjoyed everything about it. It's another romance, but it's heartfelt because it's dealing with, and I'm not going to give you a whole lot of backstory, but it deals with some things that happened in the main female character's life and the main male character's life, and how they have coped with those things, and then ended up being together afterwards. Okay, kind of unbeknownst to them, they kind of was drawn to one another, but their backstories are so phenomenal, and it's so interesting, and it's intriguing, and you get pulled in. And it's not a real long read either, but it's really good. It packs a lot. The next one is Summer on the Bluffs. I'm going to give you these 3: Summer on the Bluffs, Summer on Highland Beach, and Summer on Sag Harbor. These are all by Sunny Hostin. These are books by Sunny Hostin, who works also on The View, and she's an attorney, and she's our author, right? But anyway, she wrote these 3 books, and I think she wrote them like during the COVID time, because COVID is referenced in the books a lot. But I learned so much about some historical things that I had no idea about. And I am so glad that I picked these books up, that I read them. It opened my eyes up to some things that I know that I am interested in delving into and finding more about, and actually traveling to these different locations at some point in my life. And I owe that to her. They were really good reads. They were really interesting. It kept me engaged. And it made me want more. Like, I read all 3 back to back. That's when you know that it's a really good book, if you just go right into the next one, because you really, really want to keep going with it. Hands down, 5-star reads. The next one is Need for Noor and Need for Noor Book 2. So those two, 5-star reads. They are both by Miss Takara Allen. They are also in a series. Like I told you about the Devout series, these two are chef's kiss. You get ready for the ride, because it's going to be a ride. And this is romance, but it is romance with lots of drama, with lots of intense drama, intense things going on. I don't know. It's an emotional roller coaster. So if you like that type of a read, this is what you want. This is what you want, I'm telling you. The next one is Luca by Gray Huffington. I romance read. Gray Huffington, of course, people talk a lot about her in the romance genre, especially urban type drama. But I really wouldn't call her books, or not this particular book or series, urban so much as it's just romance, and it's really good. She does really good writing. I felt like this book gave me a lot, and even after I've read a few of her other books, this one more so to me was a 5-star read because of the storyline and how she brought the two main characters together, the things that they went through and how they dealt with them. I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed the other ones too, but this one, to me, Luca, was a 5-star. The next one is The House of Eve by Sadika Johnson. Oh, it's such a good book. Historical fiction, if you have not read this book, go do yourself a favor and read this book. It is awesome. Historical fiction, but I'm becoming more and more historical fiction girly and romance girly and thriller, because these historical fiction books, they be hitting right. Okay, the next one is Brooklyn by Tracy Brown. Now, Tracy Brown was a new to me author, and I had been wanting to go ahead and read her this year, and finally read Brooklyn. This was so good. Brooklyn made me mad. I remember that much. I can tell you that. She pissed me off, but as a character. But when I tell you she wrote the hell out of this book, she wrote the hell out of this book. And it made me want to read more by Miss Tracy Brown. Unfortunately, she did pass away, I think like 2 or 3 years ago. But I am all in to her writing. I want to read more of her. I have another 5-star of hers coming up in a minute. But this one, chef's kiss. It was a very good book, even though I was pissed off at Brooklyn. The next one, okay, hold on, I skipped some. Okay. Oh, the next one was To the Moon by Evelyn Latrice. Okay, that was my first read from Evelyn Latrice, and it was a really good read. This is a romance. It deals with a lot going on. It's busy. I'm going to tell you, kind of almost put me in the mind of, if you've read Front Street Porter, what is it called? I cannot think of it's the 5 brothers. I think it's 4 or 5 brothers by Nina. Okay, dealing with those brothers, the Porter brothers. I can't think of the name of the book right now, but anyways, On Us is the name of the book. Okay, if you read that series, it kind of puts you in the mind of that a little bit, not all the way, but it's kind of on that kind of, feel. But I thought she did a good job, and I was totally invested, enjoyed the ride of what was going on. It gets you right from the beginning. When a book is starting off like this, that lets you know you're going to be invested. And so she did a wonderful job with that, and I am going to pick up the next book in the series. I haven't yet, but I am. The next one is Before the Streetlights Come On by Miss Ashley Antoinette. Ashley, I love her. She writes the hell out of the book. And this is more of a holiday, like family drama, situation type book. When I tell you it's about these 4 friends, and it's just so good. It's just typical Ashley Antoinette. It is so damn good. It just gets you all in it just brings you in, y'all. I mean, if you have not read an Ashley Antoinette book, this is a very good one to start with. I would definitely recommend it. And now she has it on audio. So if you can, go pick it up and get it on audio and enjoy it, because it is excellent. The next one I have on the list is Lucid Dreams by Lady Nisha. This, again, another romance, but an excellent one. It was really, really good. I'm going to just leave it at that. If you have not picked up a Lady Nisha book, this would be an excellent one to start with. It was a 5-star read for me. The next one is The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. This is a thriller, and this is not even her more recent work. This is, some years ago, but when I tell you she did her thing with this is good. If you are into psychological thrillers, and not really knowing what's going to happen to the end, because you are not going to guess it, this is what you want. This is definitely what you want. I've kind of, most of the Karen Slaughter writing, her books, I have really enjoyed. So it's only been like one that I really can say that I've read that I didn't care for too much. But this one, 5-star read. I recommend totally. The next one is Hold You Down by Miss Tracy Brown. I told you guys I was going to pick up another one. And when I'm telling you, I'm so glad. This one I had on my shelf. And so I was like, you know what? I enjoy Brooklyn so much. I'm going to read this book that's on my shelf, because I want to read something else by her. She had me crying, y'all. This book made me cry. So if you don't want to cry, don't read this book. But if you want to get in your feels, she wrote the hell out of this book. I don't even know, y'all. This is women's fiction, I guess you would call this particular story. And I don't care who you are, read this book. She wrote the hell out of this book. It is a 5, 6, 7, 8 star. That's all I can tell you. And the very last one on the list is Nutmeg and Mistletoe by Miss T.L. Martin. 5-star read for me. This was a romance. This was like a romance rom-com. And I really wouldn't always put like a rom-com as a 5-star, but this is my very first book of hers. And it was a holiday book. And when I tell you she did her thing, she did her thing. Nutmeg and Mistletoe was so, so good. I give her all her props. This is my second book of hers that I've read, but I think this one was excellent. She did a wonderful job. I enjoyed every minute of it. It had me laughing out loud some, and it was just good. It was just really good. It's a romance that you definitely will be invested in and you will want to not put down. Anyways, that's my 25 of 25 for 25 of 5-star reads. That's a lot. So hopefully you have enjoyed this. Hopefully it hadn't been too terribly long. And maybe one of these will be your 5-star reads for 2026. Possibly. So anyways, like, subscribe, do all the things. And I will definitely see you guys on the next one.